Hi everyone, today I'll be showing you guys how I turn my loops into complete songs. I quite often hear that people struggle with this. They create great ideas, but they don't know how to turn them into actual songs. So I actually have a system that is built of 4 steps that I'll be showing you today in this video. So let's jump right into it. So I have this loop right here that I like and I want to turn into a song. I'll play it for you. So every time I have a loop that I like and I know I want to turn into a song, my approach is built of 4 different steps. So the first step is arrangement, meaning that I'll think of how the song is going to build up, how it's going to peak, how it's going to break down maybe at some point, how it's going to peak the second time, and then eventually how it's going to end. And the second step is variation. So whenever the song feels like it's repeating too much or it's getting boring, I try to find a way to variate different things, meaning maybe I can switch up the drums, I can reduce them or enhance them, or maybe I can use a different instrument to do the same chords, use different sounds, whatever I can. And then the third thing is moments. So I'll create different moments that grab the listener's attention. Maybe I'll take out the drums so that it creates kind of a surprise effect. And the fourth thing is ear candy or decoration, meaning that I will just kind of decorate the song, make it nice, add some small details. So let's start with the first step, which would be the arrangement of the song. So this part right here has all of the elements that I made, and it is going to be the main part. So what I will do is move this maybe, let's say here, meaning that here the song was going to peak. So let's do an intro. Maybe the intro can be just the guitar. Maybe only some percussion. I have this loop right here. So we have intro 4 bars or 8. 8. And then we have the main part, 8 bars. We can break down the song after these 8 bars. And here you can really play. You can do as you wish, basically. I would say I would just leave the drums, keep them going, remove the keys, and leave the bass as well. So we only have bass and guitar. Maybe we can do another 8 loops. Add this guitar right here. And then at the end, we do the main part again. And now I know, okay, we'll be at around 2 minutes when we're finished. Maybe add another 4 bars. Okay, so now we have a rough arrangement. And basically this is how I work. I just create a rough arrangement, see how that feels, how that sounds, and then I will work around it and, enhance where I want to or reduce things, etc. Okay, I like how this sounds, but right here I'm already noticing, okay, it's kind of getting boring. You know what's coming here. Let's add something to enhance it. Maybe we can let the loop fade in like this. Let's put this melody in here already. Here it still feels like expected in a way. Maybe the keys could come in here already. Yeah. Okay, so I like the intro. Maybe we could add some delay to this melody. Cool, I like this. Here, before the drop comes, I want to add a moment, something special, something that kind of prepares the person for the drop. So something that I often do is just add the snare of the drums. Sounds cool. Now, maybe I can turn off everything else. Cool, I like this. Maybe we can add the bass. Nice. Okay, so now we have an intro, which I like. It's interesting. There's always something happening. You know, the shakers coming in slowly, and then there's the melody. The keys come in. So as a listener, you don't get bored. There's always something new happening. And then all at once. Now, to me, it feels like this part, which is the peak basically, could be bigger. It could have something more, maybe a layer. Yeah, I kind of like this. It's a bit too loud. One thing I'm noticing now is that the chords, they always sound kind of the same. It's doing da, 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 da. So here I could also switch it up. Maybe once it does this, and then the second time I can change the voicings. Okay, this sounds cool. Okay, nice. So this main part feels good to me. We're going to introduce a new section, kind of the breakdown section. So I'm creating this small moment here, meaning I'm taking away the shaker loop, maybe even this. Maybe the high synth can go away here as well. Okay, now we have guitar and drums. This is cool, but still just a loop. We want to keep it interesting. So I would maybe add some melody or maybe play a solo, play some guitar on it. So yeah, I might do that. Go again. If I was doing it myself, I would probably do some more takes and make sure that I really like the solo, but for the sake of this video, I'll just leave this. One thing I'm thinking is we could add some delay here as well, so that it kind of fades into the next section, especially at the end. But maybe it would be cool to have it all the way through. I think this one I will save for the hook. I'm thinking I can take the chords, play them with the piano, maybe differently. Okay, that was okay. Since it's MIDI, I will just edit it. Now we have something new, something different. And we can leave this in the second hook as well, so that the second hook will be a bit more than the first one. So yeah, we're getting there. I feel like here we could have another moment, something in the drums maybe. So what I will do is I will delete this and then take the first beat of this part and do this. Let me leave the solo. What this will create is this effect. Something I like using every once in a while. Maybe take the keys away. Nice, I like this. Now I like the keys, but maybe we can use a different sound to kind of introduce also a new texture. So the way I think of it is to just keep introducing new things. It can be new textures, it can be new notes, it can be new instruments, whatever you can, so that the listener doesn't get bored. This one's cool. Okay, so we're getting there. Something I like doing is kind of removing before the second hook or before any hook. I like removing most of the drums. Yeah, something like this. Maybe we can take this same break right here. Cool, I like the ending as well. Now we're pretty close. I think we have an interesting build-up, we have some nice moments, we have the solo. The whole thing is staying quite interesting. Actually, maybe we can leave this out. Maybe this just isn't the right sound. This is cool. Don't like this note in the hook. We could have something more coming in here. Maybe this layer. Yeah, that's cool. Let's take away the shakers, but we leave. Okay, perfect. So we did step number 1, which was arranging it. Step number 2, which was variating different things. So we took some new instruments in here. We added a solo, we added some new textures, and then thirdly, we created some special moments that keep the listener's attention. So exactly. So the last thing that's now missing is adding ear candy or, decorating the whole thing. So let's see what we can do. There's many different things. I like using Splice for this because there's, an infinite amount of sounds in there. One thing I was thinking is we could add a string. Let's just set one string note. Yeah, we have something right here. Maybe here in the second part of the breakdown. And then I'm thinking maybe on this first hit we could have something like a crash or something. Yeah, that feels nice. Turn it down a bit. Let's do the same at the second hook. And maybe we can have like a transition effect as well. Something like this. Turn it down. Yeah, this is nice. Maybe here it could be a bit lower since the drums are not there. Yeah, I don't like this. So let's just So I feel like here we could have something like this, and then maybe like a slower build-up effect, like a riser. Yeah, let's take this one like that. Turn it down. Create a break here as well. Turn everything off. Boom. No, don't like this one. One thing I was thinking is maybe we could add some percussion, some additional percussion on the last hook. Maybe this will work. Let's make it slow. Okay, so this is it. This is how I turn my loops into whole complete tracks. So as you saw, we created an arrangement. We then added some variation. We added a solo. We added some new instruments. We added some new ways of playing the chords. We also created some moments to keep the listener interested, before the hook, before the transition, in the middle of the break part. And then at the end, we just added some ear candy to just enhance everything. I hope you guys learned something from this. And if you want to learn more about music production, about how to finish your songs, how to release your songs, just feel free to message me or click the link below. We can discuss if I can help you out. I offer one-on-one guidance for producers, for musicians who want to get to their next level with their music. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.